What's going on, everyone? Trust the buzz here if you're new to the channel. I make Charlotte Hornets content, so if that interests you, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. If you cannot tell by the thumbnail title of this video, in today's video, we're going to be talking about JT Thor. And the reason we're doing that is because of the fact that we don't know what's going on with PJ. We have no idea. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's going to come back on a qualifying offer, but if for whatever reason he does not, and somehow he gets traded, and I don't know what we get back, let's just say, let's pretend he doesn't exist, and nothing ever happens. JT Thor will be the main person to be asked to step up his game, and we saw a lot of that. Based on last year, he played a lot of minutes, and he was Steve Clifford would let him play. Steve Clifford didn't really just take him out; he let JT Thor play, and there was times where I personally was frustrated with JT Thor. His defense, I saw it there. I think he just learns it mentally, but as far as like his physical ability to play defense, I am not concerned with that at all. I think he just needs to understand the defensive concepts, but that takes time. He's only like 20 years old, and I'm not saying this is a make or break season for him. I'm just saying if there was a season for him to really show who he is, a season to really show how far he's come, this is the season. This is the season for him to show how valuable he can be to the Charlotte Hornets and their future plans. He's very versatile in defense. He even upped his three-point percentage. I know if you look at his whole season stats last year, they were not good. He shot like I think he averaged like 4 points, and I don't remember his shooting splits. But I did really pay attention to what he did from February-ish, the middle of February, down to the end of the season. And he averaged 7 points and shooting 38% from three. Now, it wasn't like he was taking 5 threes a game, but if you're telling me next year JT Thor shoots 38% shooting 2 threes a game, I will 100% take that. I think all he needs to do for him to be valuable is just be a corner threat. If he could be a corner threat, that's it. Because I think his defense, his long wingspan, his ability to disrupt the pick and roll, his ability to switch almost onto anyone, his ability to follow off guys who like to move off ball, all of that could play a role. And I don't think you're looking much for him to do on offense outside of catch and shoot. That's it. So if he could continue doing that, I think that we're looking at JT Thor in a different light. And I feel as though you will have somewhat of a PJ replacement without paying the type of money PJ wants. And you really won't be missing the production. Now, you will be missing as far as just at this point, PJ's been in the league for a while now. He's picked up some things. You will be missing that. I know it's not that much of a discrepancy between how long JT Thor's been in the league and how long PJ's been in the league, but still PJ has been in longer. You will miss some of that, and PJ does have a little more offensive game. I would say probably a lot more offensive game, but JT Thor can develop those things. It's just right now, the Charlotte Hornets, to me, just need defense. And I think JT Thor bought in. Not saying he's normally not bought in or something, but JT Thor bought in. JT Thor just really being involved in the game and not just, okay, sit in the corner and then guard the worst player that's on the court on the other team. No, if he's really involved by putting him on the better players on the defensive end, and then I will say sit corner, but just be looking for him in that, because he's going to be open and he hits those shots. I think you have a PJ replacement. I think you feel comfortable paying JT Thor $7-8 million a year for 2-3 years, as opposed to paying PJ 17, 18, or whatever the case may be for the course of 5 years. So JT Thor, this is your year. I would love to see it. I'm definitely going to be doing a film breakdown of all the players, so we'll get to that, especially when it comes to JT Thor and those guys, Bryce McGowan's, Kai Jones. But overall, I just want to talk about how this is JT Thor's year. And I want to know if you agree, because we don't have an answer right now. Like I said, we're just going to pretend PJ just vanished, even though I know that's not going to happen. We just are uncertain of exactly what's going to happen, even though, like I said, I'm leaning towards a qualifying offer. But hey, if I'm looking at JT Thor, if he could put the ball on the floor a little more and just be a little more physical, being more intentional with his movements on the court, I'm a big JT Thor fan. Like, he frustrates me at times, but I'm a big JT Thor fan. And I really see him being a very, very solid NBA player, and the Hornets need that. We right now very top heavy, and it's like, okay, these guys are kind of good. They're just not showing the next step, but I see it in them. We're ready for those guys to take that leap and say, okay, these guys are very solid or not. We're kind of seeing it with James Bouknight, somewhat kind of seeing it with Kai Jones. JT Thor did not play in Summer League. So and considering the minutes he was playing last year and how JT Thor, I've said this time and time again on this channel, he progressed every single game. You saw him get better and better and better the more minutes he played. So imagine him playing, with a healthy team, with better players around him a full season. I think he's going to be just unrecognizable by the end of this upcoming season. But he did not play Summer League. I think they feel like as though he's ready, and I personally do too. I would want him to see out there in Summer League because he does need the reps, but I feel like he's ready to take that next step. And him, Bryce McGowan, we need those guys because right now our bench unit is full of potential and not full of, okay, these guys are it. These guys are, for now, our bench unit. They could possibly be more later, but right now we just need them to be a good bench unit. And we don't quite have that yet. We see it where they can happen. All those guys project to be good. It's just we haven't seen it click yet. But a full healthy team next year, it could change. I don't think that they'll automatically become that next season, but I think we'll see them take a huge step in the right direction next season with a healthy, starting five and whatnot, and probably just a better team culture with the team winning. So we'll see. And then coaching staff and all that stuff will probably change next year as well. So let me know what you think down in the comment section below. I think this is JT Thor's season. Like I said, it's not a make or break. If he doesn't just show out or anything, it's not like it's the end of his career. He's still young. I think he still has a lot of upside. And by show out, I don't mean average 12 points a game. I just mean when you're on the floor, you just look really solid. That's all we need you to do because we need someone we can count on from that bench night in, night out. And JT Thor can do that.